Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new episode of our NASCAR 25 career mode here on the channel. I hope you're all having a great day. Today we are bringing more level 5 upgrades here into our Martinsville Speedway car, from the body to the chassis to the engine as well. The suspension, well, we don't have enough R&D points to go to level 5, so we go to level 4 for a $45,000 upgrade, but it takes no R&D points to do so. We also would focus in on selling some components as well that we are no longer using to get our funding for this Tricon Garage team up a little bit, back over the $100,000 mark as we come into this weekend. We are running the Boost Energy paint scheme once again here for the second time this season. You see the playoff situation right now is Ryan Preece is the last driver in by 9 points over currently AJ Allmendinger, the first driver out. Both drivers looking for some speed here this weekend at the Paperclip, one of my favorite tracks on earth. Now, I mean, it's in my top 3 of favorite tracks on the NASCAR schedule. Of course, you guys know my kind of podium of tracks would be Homestead, Miami, Martinsville, and then I would put the Chicago Street Course there. But I guess since Chicago's not really a thing anymore, I would put the Charlotte Roval there instead as we come through into practice now, getting on the track in this Boost Energy Toyota Camry here for this number 85 Tricon Garage team here. And in practice right off the bat, learning very quickly, it's going to be a difficult weekend. Getting very loose on the exit of turn 2. Fortunately, we would be able to save it. Then Josh Berry's going to kind of lean on me and use me up a little bit as well. And yeah, life's not easy right off the bat here in practice. But we would continue on and kind of focus in now and actually start to find some comfort now. And we could only get up to third gear. The car is not fast enough yet to go into fourth gear at Martinsville. So I'm going in between second and third. So of course, third down the straightaway, second in the corners. You got to be really careful though, because in second gear the car really wants to slide in the middle and exit of each corner, but it's the overall fastest way to get around this racetrack, so you kind of have to do it. So that's something that's going to be challenging in the race, and we might get ourselves into some trouble at some point throughout the 100 laps that we have coming here from Martinsville Speedway. Overall, I was, feeling pretty good. I felt like we were going to be able to put down a pretty competitive qualifying lap. As usual, we were last in practice. Denny Hamlin actually at the top of the leaderboard, looking pretty sporty in that number 11 car. Ryan Blaney, Chase Elliott, William Byron, and how about Joey Logano actually as well up here in the top 5 with a very solid effort there. So as we focus in on qualifying, we have been qualifying a lot better usually than we practice and better than we usually race. It seems like to me qualifying in this game is just easier than everything. I mean, at super speedways you can easily get poles now, and yeah, I mean obviously you shouldn't, but as we come through into qualifying, we got 2 laps of qualifying here from the Paperclip now, a goal of a top 35 as we still try to get a new sponsor to sign on with the team that's going to hopefully pay some more money. But actually was pretty happy with this first lap. Coming through to the start finish line, we hit a 21.373. I was ready for lap 2, but on the exit of turn 2 I'm going to go for a bit of a slide, and that killed the lap. So lap 1 is what we have to rely on, and that would put us in the top 30, actually 28th position, as Denny Hamlin puts it on pole here. And not a surprise, I mean a legend of this racetrack, as he is in front of Byron, Blaney, Elliott, Larson as well. Rounding out the top 10, Bubba Wallace and Ross Chastain. Now it's time to go racing on Sunday afternoon here from this Martinsville Speedway, and some pretty high hopes, mainly because of the fact that, not because of the speed in the car, because we know it's not great, but because I just love Martinsville and have hope that I can turn that into a strong performance. Now, one thing I've never noticed in this game, the pre-race, watch the jets fly over here, right here. So they're going above turn 1, and then they take a beeline and hook it left and go down the pit lane. I never noticed how it worked like that. Yeah, nonetheless, we're going to get ready to go racing here from this Martinsville Speedway. 100 laps of racing Sounds like a lot, but in Martinsville, that can go by very quick. Here we go. Green flag is out. We're racing from Martinsville, and it's an absolutely horrific launch off the grid. Now, it's really awkward having to start in first gear in the middle of a corner, and you had to be really delicate on the throttle now as we get underway. 20 laps in this first and opening stage of racing. We'll jump down to the inside in front of John Hunter Nemechek to the inside of the 77 of Carson Hocevar. AJ Allmendinger, we were just talking about him a few minutes ago, about his playoff situation. The first driver out by 9 points to the 60 of Ryan Preece, who's a little ways further up the grid here. This is a racetrack where you expect to see Ryan Preece be pretty competitive, so we'll see what he is going to be able to pull off here today from Martinsville now, as we'll look to the inside of the 47 of Stenhouse. But you see, I mean, still, even at a short track, we're still struggling for straight line speed, even on a level 5 engine. So next episode, we'll be going to Darlington. We can maybe start to look at a level 6 car, and then continue to just slowly get closer and closer to those higher levels as this season progresses. I would like to be, you know, by mid-season at like a level 8 or level 9. I feel like that point will start to be a top 20, top 15 car, and at that point things are going to get a lot easier for this Tricon Garage team now, as we're looking to the inside of the 47 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. After Carson Hocevar passes, we're working on at least getting into the top, well, 27 early on in this race. Now Denny Hamlin continues to lead here. Only 20 laps in stage 1 means that even with a lack of speed, we shouldn't have to worry about going a lap down, which is nice. We eventually do clear Stenhouse on the exit of turn 4 coming to lap 8, but now AJ Allmendinger looking to my inside here into turn number 1. He would love to get that position, and he's going to do exactly that. He's going to pass us in turn 2, and following through is going to be the 7 of Justin Haley, who's now gotten to my inside here into turn number 3. So early on, some faster cars that kind of started deeper in the field didn't have a great start. They're now working their way back forward, and we're kind of relegating down into 29th position, but not any real pressure from behind after the 7 of Justin Haley passes, as we come to just 2 laps later on lap 11 off of turn 2. Around goes the 7. We avoid it right in front of us. He goes around, and the caution comes out for the first time today, and nobody is going to come into the pits. I did consider to come in and get fresh tires, but I am kind of valuing track position quite highly here in Martinsville, so I kind of decided, let's just say stay on the same strategy and get ready to go green here from this 29th position. Green flag is back out again, really loose on the exit of turn 4 right there, restarting in first gear. So I mean, you see, I mean, we give up like 5 or 6 car lengths to the car in front of us because of that. So we want to be closer to the front so we can start on a straightaway, and also, I mean, it doesn't help that the car is still, even at level 5, is overall not that great. Into turn 3 we go though, and you can see some good hard racing up there in front of us now. I am so glad that they patched the AI crashes, because there was a period of time for like what felt like the majority of the time that this game's been out at these flatter racetracks, it was almost like any racetrack that wasn't a 1.5 miles or a super speedway, there was no crashes at all, and then they finally released that recent patch there within the last couple of weeks that has fixed that, and now we've seemed to got crashes everywhere, and that has added so much more life to these races, and yeah, I'm really glad that they kind of got that in time for the Cup Series when we got there. Now as we come through to the final lap here of stage number 1, Denny Hamlin off turn 4 leads every lap after qualifying on pole. He'll take the stage victory, 10 points to the season, 1 playoff point as well accounted to that number 11 team. 10th place crosses the line, caution is out. We end up 32nd in this first and opening stage. Clearly, we got some work to do. We're going to pit for tires, we're going to pit for some fuel. In terms of adjustments, I'm not making any because I really didn't know what way to go with the car, because it's loose, but it's also tight at the same time. So I was like, you know what, I think overall it's better left just untouched right now, and we'll get ready to go into this restart here to kick off this second middle stage of this race, and hopefully we can be semi-competitive here now. And I feel like we got more speed than where we're currently at in 32nd. I think we got top 30 speed at the very least here now, as we'll restart behind the 47 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. We're back underway, same situation as before. We restart in the middle of a corner in first gear. It's a complete death wish as we head down into turn 1 on the outside of the 10 of Ty Dillon. Honestly, like, so far this has been oddly enough the most difficult race that we've run this season, because in the next gen car, you don't really have to fight it a whole lot in next gen. You know, in the Xfinity car you do, so when we come from the Xfinity series into the Cup series, it's quite a difference. And this car here today in Martinsville, though, I am having to fight the corner, or fight the car as soon as I hit the middle of the corner, and when I downshift to second, I am counter steering like crazy on the steering wheel to try and make sure I am going to get off the corner without crashing, obviously. So, and on top of that, the AI, I mean, they're getting us down the straightaway. I'm having to drive really deep into these corners, so this has been a really difficult race to be successful in, easily the most difficult race so far of the season, even maybe of the career mode, honestly, now, as we are now going to pass the 42 of John Hunter Nemechek now, and it's felt like basically you have to drive right on the limit here at Martinsville. Like, you have to be right on that line of, like, if you get a little bit too much more than what I've got right now, I'm going to crash on the exit of a corner, and obviously we don't want that. So as we continue to try and hang on, we've been passed by the 35, unfortunately, of Riley Herbst. Now this Rookie of the Year battle continues between us. Shane Van Gisbergen has been so far dominating the Rookie of the Year battle. He's already locked into the playoffs with his win just a few episodes back at Circuit of the Americas, therefore meaning that if myself or Riley Herbst don't make the playoffs, Shane Van Gisbergen wins Rookie of the Year automatically because of that. Now, right now, he deserves to win it nonetheless, because he is the only one that's been running like top 25 on a regular basis here now, as we're looking up the inside of the 43 here of Eric Jones, and we should be able to pass him through the center of the corner. Not quite. He's going to fight back on the exit now, kind of lean on that Advent Health number 43 here into turn number 3. Denny Hamlin continues to lead the way now, but here we go to the inside of Riley Herbst. We clear both him and Jones up into P31. We go now behind that number 10 of Ty Dillon. Not long until we're able to get up the inside of him as well, and this will put us back into the top 30 running order now behind 29th place of Austin Cindric. You got Stenhouse and Suarez up there as well. As the stage continues to go on, we're only on lap 9, and I'm looking at the track map, and I'm realizing very quickly, Denny Hamlin, if there was no caution, I think Denny Hamlin might get here before the stage is over, so we very well might go a lap down, and if we do, at that point, it comes down to trying to be in a free pass position. Not even convinced that's going to happen as well, as here comes the 11 now. You can see him into turn 1 on the track map. He is, I mean, only a couple of seconds behind, and with 10 laps to go, I am desperately trying to put cars in between myself and the 11, and as I look back, I see that blue and white progressive Toyota Camry starting to get closer now, as we're going to clear the 2. There's 4 cars in between myself and Denny Hamlin. Make that 3 as we exit turn 4. He is super fast, and now to lap 19 of the stage, Hamlin is making the last pass on a car to be, well, putting me next in line of going a lap down. Hamlin can go anywhere and make passes right now, as I'm going to try a last-ditch effort there to get a car in between us. We pass Stenhouse, moving ourselves into 28th, but it's not going to be enough. Hamlin's already looking to the inside, and we are next. We're going to be a lap down within the next lap here, coming to 5 laps to go in the stage as we exit turn 2. Too aggressive on the throttle, and that's going to make it easy for the 11. And now Hamlin's going to go through. We go a lap down. Now we've got damage as well. We drop down a couple of positions. It's just, I mean, thing after thing that gets worse here in a matter of just 10 seconds or so. And unfortunately, Hamlin's making passes on Hocevar, and it's game over. We're going to be trapped a lap down, unfortunately, at the end of stage number 2, in a really unfortunate situation right there. And I told you guys about overstepping that boundary, how easy it is to do here, and I mean, that proves it right there, unfortunately, now, is it was just one little bit too much throttle input, and around I went into the wall. Cole Custer to my inside. We actually make some contact. At this point, I am just trying to nurse it home to the end of the stage, get into the pits, and of course, make some repairs and get some tires. Now, second place of Ryan Blaney and William Byron in third there, right behind us both, and I'm trying to stay out of the way here. I can't really get any further out of the way for the 12. Ryan Blaney is going to be losing P2 now, because Byron's going to slip up the inside. He might try to make it 3 wide. Yes, he will on the exit of turn 4. Oh, no, he's not quite going to get there. Cole Custer's going to re-clear me. That's going to allow Byron to do that right there into turn 1. He's going to lunge up the inside, say, thank you very much, and Ryan Blaney is going to finally jump down and follow suit as well. We're on the final lap of stage 2. Denny Hamlin through 3 off turn 4. He's going to take both stage 1 and 2. We're going to get the 41 and the 10, actually, surprisingly,
Still in there?
at the last second. P28 for us here in this second stage. Not at all what we were looking for right there. Yeah, unfortunate. We are not in the free pass position. I can confirm Daniel Suarez is in the free pass position there in P25. We're going to come in. You see we've got about 8% damage on the arrow, so that's going to be a 3-second repair. No adjustments at this point, and we're going to get 4 fresh tires and fill it up on fuel. And we're going to get ready to go green for the final stage of this race now. And yeah, I mean, now it's a race for the free pass. We actually give up 5 spots. Will we even see another yellow for cause? Who knows? But here we go. Green flag is back out. Same situation as all race long there. Nearly lost it on the exit of turn 4, but we're back underway. It's 56 laps to go here in this race to kick off this third and final stage now. And once again, I mean, we talked about 100 laps. I mean, not taking long in Martinsville, so now we only got 56 to go. We're not even halfway through this race yet, but this final stage, if it goes green, it's going to go by really, really fast here now. So we just got to be on it, make no mistakes, hopefully. But yeah, I mean, we saw how easy it is to just go slightly over that limit, and as soon as you do, you're barreling off into the inside wall. So it's going to be a race of being careful, basically, now as we're going to cross across the nose there of the 42 of John Hunter, now to the inside of the 2 of Cindric as we exit turn 4. We would pass him back to the inside of Haley. These are all for position. 26 on back is scored 1 lap down, so that's the furthest we currently can get through this field. I would imagine it's going to stay that way throughout the remainder of this race. So P26 is not a result I would hang my head over. I'd be pretty happy with that. Daniel Suarez, the free pass, is there just behind us a little bit now as we're looking to the inside of the 10 of Ty Dillon. We'll pass him through the center of the corner, move ourselves back into the top 30, but John Hunter Nemechek now is to my inside, so it's going to be a bit difficult to hold him back here as we're just going to kind of try to roll this middle lane here and hope that we can kind of keep him at bay. But unfortunately, he's making more progress, so he's probably going to be able to complete this pass pretty easily, as Denny Hamlin has led every single lap of this race now in Martinsville. And don't rule out the likes of Ryan Blaney and William Byron as well, because we saw they were running in second and third there at the end of the stage. If the stage goes long, there's going to be a lot of green flag, of course, lap traffic that the leaders have to navigate their way around. That's going to present some challenges as well to Denny Hamlin and others as well. Now, as Daniel Suarez has finally gotten to my inside, not really going to fight him. He's on the lead lap. You can go by. He moves through into P25. Well, I say into 25th. He was already 25th. But now, as we follow him to the inside, though, of this Haas Factory Team 41 of Cole Custer, actually got through turn 4 super good. Allows me to easily clear him. And we continue to kind of slowly but surely pick these positions off now to the inside of the 4 of Noah Gregson for this front row motorsports team, his first season with that 4 team, of course, now as we'll clear him through 3 and off of turn 4, moving ourselves into P28 behind Carson Hocevar. And as we come through on lap 57, you see Denny Hamlin is now on the same straightaway as us, so he is getting closer and closer. There is a very strong chance we're going to go, if this goes green to the end, we might go 3 laps down by the end of this race. At the bare minimum, we're going to go 2 laps down as we are trying to get closer to Stenhouse. Hocevar is moving his way back forward. He is now hoping for a caution because he's the first car 1 lap down as we are trying ever so hard to get to that 47, but look at the track map. We got a lead change as well. Okay, I just completely bend it, and that's probably going to bring out a yellow. Blaney's to the lead, no caution. I'm going to have to back up, and this is probably going to bring out a caution because I have to get out of the way. And waiting, there it is. Caution's out, and this has turned into misery. And now we're 2 laps down, and there's only a few cars 2 laps down. 35th on back is 2 laps down. So everybody pits for tires and fuel, and now we're dead last, unfortunately. And yeah, not a good situation to be in at this point now, and a little bit frustrated with how things have gone. Carson Hocevar gets the free pass, and yeah, that was all on me. This is by far the hardest race that we've had so far. I mean, the speed is better. This is the most speed I feel like we've had all season in terms of just get up off the corner and go, but it doesn't matter. It's just a difficult race. Your first race in the Cup Series in Martinsville is never going to be easy, and I feel like that's proving it here today, because I was having a miserable time at this point now, and just now the sponsor goal is a top 35, so that's what we have to focus on. There's 35th on down is 2 laps down, so therefore we can get a top 35, so that's kind of like, okay, let's try to at least focus on that, as Ryan Blaney's still out in front. Now that he's gotten the lead, can Denny Hamlin actually, get back to the lead of this race after leading the first, 50 plus laps of this race here in Martinsville? It's starting to look like maybe Ryan Blaney is going to take over as the favorite in the closing moments of this race. Now, we're probably still going to go another lap down and make that 3 laps down before this race is over, but we're battling alongside this 43 of Eric Jones. We're currently P36 here, and just trying to get up to that top 35 now as we head down this back straightaway. And that 43 of Eric Jones not making life easy now. I mean, don't blame him. He's on a different lap than us now and ahead of us, so I'm sure he does not want to fight me, but of course I overdrive the car, and again on the exit turn 4, just trying too hard, we make another mistake and we're back down to dead last. Fortunately, I didn't give up, and that's what we do. We don't give up here, especially in NASCAR. You never know what's going to happen. Motorsports in general, you never know what's going to happen, but we are absolutely not going to give up on this race. We're going to start again going back forward, passing JJ Yaley. Next up, Elio Castroneva is in that number 91 for Project 91 of the Trackhouse Racing team. We should be able to get past him fairly easily. Ty Dillon as well, that's for position. So we got 2 positions right here in front of us of 38th and 37th. Ryan Blaney is within half a straightaway of us, though, so we know we're going to be going another lap down here pretty soon, and if he does lap us, hopefully we don't see another caution come out for a while, as we're going to lunge up the inside of this Wendy's at number 91 as we roll through 1 off turn 2. Still going to be a battle with this 91 of Castroneves. Now the Brazilian hanging on strong here on the outside. Through turn 3, we should clear him. There we go, and now very shortly thereafter, we're to the inside of the 10 of Ty Dillon. Ryan Blaney, only 2 cars behind me at this point now, so he is going to be putting us a 3rd lap down here very, very soon, as he has taken control ever since he took the lead of this race. And it's not Denny Hamlin in P2, and it's not William Byron. Hamlin's 3rd, but Kyle Larson has actually moved through into the 2nd position now as we head down into turn 1 on lap 79. There's 36 of Herbst. 35th is Cody Ware, by the way, now as we hit lap 81, and Ryan Blaney is very close now, just 1 car in between myself and him as we head down this back straightaway towards turn 3, so less than 20 laps to go, hoping for a caution personally, as Blaney, Larson, Hamlin, they're all here as we exit turn 4. Look in the mirror, Larson's trying to go 3 wide and maybe catch Blaney off guard into turn 1, and it's going to work. Kyle Larson to the inside of the 12, Larson to the lead on the exit of turn 2, in trouble for the number 5 of Larson, and the caution is going to fly. Oh my goodness, the number 5 with a big issue on the exit of turn 2, and I mean, surprising that's a caution because he was never going in the wrong direction or anything. It's only myself and Cody Ware on 2 laps down because Blaney had put everyone else behind me at 3rd lap down. So I think it's a no-brainer. Let's come in and pit for 4 tires. We're only racing the 51 of Cody Ware for 35th for the end of this race. He's literally the only one that we're racing now. So we come in, we take 4 tires, we're going to start at the back of the field. The free pass is going to be, of course, to my outside. That's the 47 of Ricky Senos Jr. And as we retake the green flag, it's going to be just over 10 laps of racing to go. And the only driver we're focused on is that RB-sponsored number 51 as we exit turn 2. And we're already pretty well all over the back of Cody Ware now as we head into turn number 3. And actually going 3 wide in the middle here, just wanting to get to the back of the 51. Ryan Blaney continues to lead. Larson might have brought out the caution, but he's still right there in the mix. He can still win the race. I mean, technically now, as we're going to be beating on the back bumper of this 51 Arby's Ford Mustang now. And at this point, as soon as we can get past this Cody Ware car, I mean, we can just kind of settle down and bring it home. And I'm even going to explore 3 wide here to the outside. And I found out very quickly you should not do that because I got super loose right there as we continue into turn 1, though. Finally, we'll pass this 51 of Cody Ware here as we exit turn number 2. And now we're P35. We can't do any better than this. So at this point, it's just just about hanging on until the end of the race and making sure I don't make a catastrophic error and find myself behind that 51, because we need to keep getting these sponsor goals of these top 35s to get our chances higher of signing a new sponsor going into the future races. So it's absolutely crucial that we hang on to this top 35 position. Ryan Blaney still in control of this race. We've got multiple cars in between myself and that 51. But now, yeah, I mean, we're just kind of, defense mode now. It's just hang on and hope that these laps kind of wind down. I don't want to see a caution now. I'm like, let's just keep this thing green. How about Connor Zillish right there running in P32, having some strong performances this season. And, I mean, I say strong, it's 32nd. But for rookies, life isn't going to be easy now as we come to lap 94. Keep in mind, we're 2 laps down, so it's actually 5 laps to go for the leaders now as we come through out of turn 4. Ryan Blaney in complete control at this point now. Make that 4 laps to go as we enter turn 1, and we're passing guys at around 30th. We had a top 30 car today. It's just I made too many mistakes and I paid the ultimate price for that, unfortunately. Now we've got 35th locked down if this stays green, so it's all about just hanging on. 3 wide there briefly in front of us now, but really frustrated because, yeah, like I said, we should have been top 30 and instead we are P35, and that's really frustrating. 3 wide through 1 and 2. We'll pass the 43 of Jones. We're passing Allmendinger, who's surely going to lose points to the playoff line against Ryan Preece, the last driver currently in the playoffs, as we will pass Allmendinger and the 41 of Ryan Preece. And now, as we come to the final lap of racing here from Martinsville Speedway, Ryan Blaney comes through turn 3 and off of turn 4. He is going to take his first win of the season after losing it late in Phoenix to Christopher Bell. Blaney is to victory lane for the first time here this season in Martinsville now as we roll into 3 and 4 for the final time, and it's going to be a absolutely just horrific 35th place finish. We deserved way better, and that was by far, for me, the most difficult race of the career mode so far. It was not easy. Getting off the corner, hammering the throttle to try and match the cars around me, and then, I mean, if you overstepped, you were sliding off into the inside wall. That was not an easy race, and my goodness, I am glad it's over. We can kind of focus in on Darlington and Bristol that are coming up in these next 2 races as well, as we end up there, in P35. We'll take a look, of course, at the standings, where we are now down to 34th. But looking at the playoff situation, Keselowski is now the first one out by, well, only 8 points to his teammate and employee of Ryan Preece. Ross Chastain there in P15, and of course Ryan Blaney, another new winner. We have yet to see a repeat winner this season. I've got a feeling, though, going into Darlington, unless Denny Hamlin wins at a track where I expect him to win, I expected him to win Martinsville and he didn't, but if Denny Hamlin doesn't win, I think we'll see our first repeat winner in the next episode. I'll see you guys in that next episode for the throwback race. You're going to see some very cool throwback paint schemes on the track. I can't wait for that one. I'll see you guys then. Thank you for watching and have yourselves a great day.